Okay, as you can see, here's my railings above the wood heater. That sort of dry my clothes off, and I've still got a towel hanging on there. But yeah, I've got quite a bit of blank space here on the wall, quite a bit with nothing on it. So I went and got something the other day. These are $4 each, and they've got 6 hooks on them, so I'm probably going to stick these on the blank wall. And you say, well, why would you want to do that for? How many coats and stuff you got to hang up? Well, have a look at this. You guys have probably seen this one before. This is just my 2 main clothes horses. But relatives around here are just a bit crazy on nails, and there's a whole heap of nails in the wall. So I'll make the most of those nails. I get my pants and I'll get the belt loops and hook them on, and I just keep going. And sometimes you get the tags on the shirts, and they'll hook onto the nails. And what I basically do is just make use of all the nails here, and hang the clothes off those, and they dry without a problem at all. And out of 1 whole week's load, the only thing I've got left is about 8 socks that haven't been dried. Now, I used to have to do 2 loads here, or I'd actually do like 2.5 loads on the railings inside there. But by hanging up stuff on nails or getting hooks and mounting them on the wall, you know, it means you don't have to put up so many loads. So if you got somewhere that you got to go that night and you forget to do it, or you do a lot of overtime at work, if you can get any overtime, and you know, you come back and just want to go straight to bed or whatever, or you've got other priorities, you might be wanting to, you know, cut firewood and dry it out while you got warm weather, so you might be trying to get stuck into the firewood. You know, if you don't get a chance to pull everything off of the railings, off of the clothes horses, and put it away and then put another load of stuff up on there, it doesn't matter, because most of your stuff is dried in one hit. So you ain't going to run out of clothes if you don't get around to, you know, hanging out the remainder of your wet socks or your wet clothes or whatever. Yeah. So that's just one I thought I'd mention, because it's a good way to sort of get everything dried pretty much in the one hit, and then you can take it off, you know, when you're ready to take it off, and, you know, not have to have an extra thing you've got to do by taking off a bunch of clothes and re-putting them all on, if you got almost all of them on in the first instance. So yeah, you know, and you can do that with 3-inch screws, probably even 2-inch screws if you got a bunch of those and you don't really feel like buying more hooks. I've actually got a lot more extra hooks that were laying around in a bucket of building parts that my uncle had, so I'll probably put those up as well. So that's just one I thought I'd mention to you, because things dry just as good on these nails as they do on clothes horses anyway. The other thing I was going to mention, I forgot for a second there, was some of the little clothes horses, you get the little plasticky ones, they fold out. And I don't know how many times I've got out of bed, and I've got one of those in front of the wood heater, but it's just got a few other books and stuff sitting on top of it at the moment. But I don't know how many times I've got out of bed, gone to turn the lights on and kicked the bloody thing, and just about knocked it over. You know, and by having hooks on the wall, it's all flat against the wall. It's not taking up any floor space, so you're not likely to kick the thing over when you go to turn on the light in the middle of the night, you know, to go to the dunny or whatever you got to do. So that's another advantage of it. But yeah, there you go. It's not such a bad idea hanging things off nails or hooks on the wall, because they do dry just as good anyway.